Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let me know in the comments down below what you want to see me veganize next. I love to hear from you guys and I'd love to take requests. Today, we're going to be making 3 vegan desserts. They're all no-bake desserts and I'm so excited to share them with you. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. So for this first recipe, we're going to kick it off with my chocolate pudding pie, which I'm super excited. This is definitely one of my favorite desserts. My kids absolutely adore it, and it's super simple, super easy, just a few ingredients, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, we're going to start by adding our ingredients into the bowl to make our pie filling. This is just 3 ingredients, super simple and easy. We're going to be using boxed chocolate jello pudding. Most of these are accidentally vegan. You just want to read the ingredients on the back just to make sure. And then we're going to add some cream of tartar, and then we're going to mix that up. And then we're going to add in some coconut milk. I'll show you here in a second which one I use. You just want to make sure that it's a higher fat coconut milk. This one is just organic coconut milk water. I get this one at Target. It's Good and Gather brand, and then it has some guar gum in it, and that's it. But it's nice and thick, and it really helps hold this pudding together so that it's nice and thick and holds up for the thickness you want for a pie. So then we're just going to go ahead and mix those ingredients until everything is well incorporated. It's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes. You could use a hand mixer for this, but I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. So now that we're done mixing up our filling, we're just going to go ahead and put it inside of a pie crust. I have a accidentally vegan pie crust here from the store. You just want to check your ingredients as always before you purchase. Some of them do have honey. I have not seen any of them with dairy. It's usually honey that makes them not vegan. So just go ahead and make sure you read your ingredients before you purchase one. But I will be making a homemade crust for another recipe later in this video, and you could very well use that to make this as well. So we're going to go ahead and scrape all of that delicious pie filling right into our pie crust, and then we're going to be putting it in the refrigerator for about 1 to 2 hours, or you could do it overnight as well. So I'm just going to close this up, pop it in the fridge, and then we'll go ahead and show you what it looks like when it comes out. So now that it's been a few hours, we're going to go ahead and open this up, and you can see that it's really nice and thickened up. And then we're going to go ahead and top this with some vegan whipped cream. You could make your own coconut whipped cream or your favorite whipped cream recipe that you have, but I'm just going to go ahead and use some store-bought vegan True Whip today. This is the kind that I like. I get it at my local Kroger. And then we're just going to go ahead and put that right on top. So there you have it, my chocolate pudding pie. Guys, this is a super simple and easy recipe, and you could even make the pudding by itself for your kiddos. It's a great summertime treat. My kids really love and enjoy this, and I hope you give it a try. So we're going to go ahead and hop on over to this next recipe. I'm going to be making you guys my chocolate chip cookie dough dip. This is a recipe that I've been using long before I was vegan, so naturally I had to veganize it. It's a recipe that is a tried and true. I was using it before I was vegan to fill these chocolate chip cookie cups that I used to make. My stepmom absolutely adored them, and they were always a crowd pleaser. So I'm super excited to share this one with you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So with this recipe, just like the last one, it's really simple and easy. We're just going to be dumping all our ingredients right into a blender, or you could use a mixer or a bowl with a hand mixer, whatever works for you or you're comfortable with. We're going to start off with some tofutti cream cheese. This is my cream cheese of choice, but you could use whatever vegan cream cheese that you prefer. And then we're going to use some soft vegan butter. You want to make sure that it's a softer vegan butter and not one of the hard, firmer vegan butters like the Sticks of Earth Balance or the Miyokos, because it makes this dip too firm. And then we're going to add some vanilla extract. And then I have some vegan powdered sugar and some vegan brown sugar. There's a brand that I use that I prefer that's bone char free, and I will go ahead and write the name of that in the description box for you guys, because for some reason it's beyond my brain right now. I just can't remember. Then we're going to add some salt, and then we're just going to give this a good mix. Now that my dip is completely mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and transfer this into a container so then we can go ahead and mix in those chocolate chips. So now we just have to mix in our chocolate chips. I'm using the Enjoy Life mini chips. You can use whatever size or whatever kind of vegan chocolate that you prefer. And then I'm just going to give this a good mix. So now that it's all mixed together, we're going to place this in the fridge for 2 to 4 hours or overnight. And this is what it looks like when it comes out of the refrigerator. I'm going to serve it with some Nabisco grams. These are accidentally vegan. There's no honey in them. You could use cookies or fruit of your choice. This is a great little side dish or dessert to bring to a party or a get together, and I hope you give this one a try. Let's go ahead and get into this last recipe. So we're going to be making my lemon blueberry no-bake cheesecake. So let's go ahead and get right into this recipe. So I'm going to start this recipe by making a graham cracker crust. We're just going to start by putting our graham crackers into our food processor. I'm using the Nabisco grams, but you could use whatever vegan graham crackers that you like. You could even use a nice dry vegan cookie if you don't have access to vegan graham crackers. We're just going to go ahead and put this in and blend them up. I will note that if you do not have a food processor, you could just put these in a bag and crush them all up and make them with the butter in a bowl that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend these all together. Once everything's blended all together, we're just going to go ahead and add our butter. I am using the Miyoko's European butter for this one. You do want to use a firmer butter for this because it's going to help harden up and stiffen that crust when you put it in the refrigerator. So then I'm just going to blend that up until everything's well incorporated. So now that we've mixed our crust together, we're going to go ahead and transfer that into a 9x13 baking dish. You could use two smaller ones if you'd like, but I was making a big one for my family this day. You could even half this recipe if you do not want this much of the lemon blueberry no-bake cheesecake. It's totally up to you and it's totally versatile. So we're just going to go ahead and press that down to form a crust inside of our pan. So now that our crust is pressed down, we're going to place this in the refrigerator while we get started on our lemon cheesecake filling. So I'm going to start off with some of that tofutti cream cheese at room temperature. I did forget to tell you guys in the last recipe that you do want your cream cheese to be at room temperature as well. And then we're going to go ahead and add some of that coconut milk. It's the same one I used for the pudding recipe at the beginning. And then we're going to add some sugar and we're just going to cream those all together. So now that everything's creamed together, we're going to go ahead and add our lemon juice. And then I'm going to be using another box of the Jell-O pudding mix, and this is the lemon flavor. This is going to really help enhance that lemony flavor in this recipe and thicken it up. Now that our mixture is nice and smooth and creamy, we're going to pull that pie crust out of the refrigerator and we're going to layer that on right on top. Now we're going to take 1 can of blueberry pie filling. You could buy the store brand, whatever you like, or you could even make this from scratch if you wanted to. And then we're just going to blend that in over the top. So now that I've mixed that all up, we're going to go ahead and place this in the refrigerator overnight. You want this to set up for at least 6 to 8 hours so that it can get nice and firm. So now that this has had time to set up in the refrigerator overnight, we're going to go ahead and layer the top of this with some of that vegan True Whip. And there you have my lemon blueberry no-bake cheesecake, you guys. I just want to show everyone that you can make recipes that you made before you went vegan or that your family enjoyed at picnics or barbecues or get-togethers with vegan items. It's super simple and easy. Also, I want to note that these all freeze really well, and you can make substitutions where needed. You can always DM me on Instagram. I'm more than happy to help you out with substitutions if you don't have access to certain items in your area. You can make the crust for the pie from scratch, or you could even use a couple pie crusts to make this one. But that's it for this video, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching and stopping by. If you make one of my recipes, I'd love to see. You can tag me on Facebook or Instagram at This Is Rael, and you can also find me on TikTok. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye!